All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to start tonight's broadcast, Florida Champion Football League playoff action as the Florida Cougars face off against the Daytona Beach Broncos. Playoff football is in the air, and you got the best seat in the house. Why? Because you are riding with none other than Gridiron Productions, the upper echelon in live streaming and enjoyment. Of course, connected with Voice Sports. We're going to break it down for you as we get ready to get into tonight's action. As the head coaches for the Florida Cougars, Guido Gonzalez and assistant James Frederick, got their hands full as they get ready to face off against the Daytona Beach Broncos. Brought to you by owner Tamara Clark, head coach Derek Clark Sr., offensive and defensive coordinators Elijah Toole, Joseph Neves, and the GM, oh yes, from the AM to the PM, Samantha McFadden, brings to you the Daytona Beach Broncos live right here on Gridiron Productions. As you see, the Cougars made the trip down. This will be the third scheduled time for these two teams to meet up, as one game didn't take place, so this will be special. Let's get ready to gear up. You're watching Gridiron Productions.
Yeah. D to the M to the AXX. Yeah. Whoa, D to the M to the AXX. D-Max, that's how I ball. D-Max, better than y'all. D-Max, like my style. D-Max, driving you wild. D-Max, that's how I ball. D-Max, better than y'all. D-Max, like my style. D-Max, driving you wild. Who to blame? That's what the opposing team is saying when I step in the game. They see I got too much swag in my veins. And every time I move, all they see is that I leave behind flames.
The Daytona Beach Broncos set to kick it off. Florida Cougars is the place to be. And we got kickoff action. Is already making its way up across the field. Dances his way up to the 20, still running, and will be brought down aggressively by this Daytona Beach Broncos squad. The Florida Cougars come out with white tops, orange bottoms, facing off against the Daytona Beach Broncos, orange pants, gray unis, and already we have a stop in the action here early in the first quarter of today's game. Again, big playoff game right here as the winner will continue on as we talk a little more about the Florida Champion Football League. The North Division was stacked with great teams, but only two really showed out as the Bulls continue to go into the postseason at 10-0, undefeated, which is kind of tough for this Broncos team to take. As they faced off against the Bulls earlier in the season, they lost that game 2-0, bro. 2-0. That has to leave a taste in your mouth as they look forward to running into them in this playoff bracket. The Cougars at 4-5-1 match up with the Bulldogs 4-5-1. They got both teams have a tie, and the Blue Devils come in at 4-6. In the Florida Championship Football League South, you have the Rise at 9-1, along with the Bengals and the Outlaws, which exchange as the Bengals are 5-4-1, yet the Outlaws are 4-5-1 with a draw. There you go. The Centurions wrap things up in the South at 3-7, as the Cougars break the huddle, looking to get things going. This team got some standout players on it, but it's the offensive line that's the key to this car here. Let's see if the Daytona Beach Broncos can sideline them for a second. Good pressure box exchange between the quarterback and the center, and the quarterback will fall on it and dive forward to do his best to advance the ball and get something positive out of it. A name you're going to get used to hearing, Travis Mobley, number 4 for the Cougars. Really the spark plug to this offense. Had a big game the last time they faced off in a losing effort. But remember the effort and energy Mobley brought to the game. So here as the Cougars break the huddle, showing 4 receivers spread out the shotgun. Mobley gets the snap. All kinds of time. Patches Pete. And will put one in the air, and that one is intercepted. And that's right. The Broncos defense are fired up. Playoff football and championship fame in their eyes. They still have 4 quarters to dance with this Cougar team before they can celebrate. But some players feel like this is in the bag. Let's see them go put it in the bag and bring it on home. They'll take possession of the football right around the 49-yard line after that interception was reeled in. The official spot will be at midfield. Coming out, a lot of players contributed to the success of this Daytona Beach Broncos squad. If I was to really just run it down, I'd start at the top of the roster and be talking for another 20 minutes. But as Coach Clark gets the squad together to send them out onto the football field, this Daytona Beach Broncos squad has the ability to show you a lot of different formations, give you a lot of different conceptual ideas to try and defend against on the offensive side of the ball, and a plethora of great players. They'll go around the right side for the first play, and that'll take them up to about the 46-yard line, looking to establish the run. The Broncos very efficient, both running with the vertical and sometimes even seasoning you up a little bit, if you will. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a jab as much as a hook. This power run game has the ability to take effect and show up on a defense third, fourth quarter as the Cougars crowd the box, and the Broncos will still power their way forward for another 4.5 yards. We've had some outstanding officiating take place. Florida Champion Football League, classy, like Freddie Blassie, baby. As the Broncos advance the football up to the 43-yard line, they'll break the huddle here in the playoffs, looking to get past this Florida Cougar team. Handoff around the right side and will surge up to about the 41. Referees will blow the whistle as the pile keeps moving along. Players play all season to get to this point. And for the 9-1 Broncos, they got to feel good about the situation they're in coming into today's game. Had a whole week off the rest and fresh, ready to defend their opportunity to go to the championship. 0-0 to score here in the first quarter as they break the huddle and make their way out to the 40-yard line. Cougars again show blitz and indeed do flood the backfield, gets to the quarterback quickly, and he'll throw it away. Hot potato, incomplete to the flats as the pressure just too much from the Cougars getting upfield. Again, Gridiron Productions, LLC would like to thank many of the great sponsors for the Daytona Beach Broncos that do tremendous things, not only in the community, but for the team as well. This squad at 9-1 has given them every reason to continue to support back and get in their energy as the Cougars defense prepares to try and slow down This Bronco offense. Ball on the 40, takes a snap, goes to the right side, bounces around the edge, got some room, toe taps his way up to the 38 before he's ushered out of bounds. A pickup of maybe 2, but most memorable, the pursuit on that play. These Cougar defenders are definitely here to stay. They understand the implications of playoff football. You win here, you go on. You lose here, thank you, God bless, and good night. It's over now. So you're going to play like you want to win one. Whether you're 9-1 or you 4-5-1, the winner of this game will go on, and the loser will go home to wash their tights. As the officials go to set the football at the 35-yard line, the Broncos need only 5 yards to scoop up that first down. Good clap snap, clean pocket, got some time, chopping his feet, takes his time, looks, throws one, and got a man in the end zone, wide open, touchdown. That's how you do it. Take your time, very focused in the pocket, looked over everything and found his man. Had more than 5 yards on him. He was smoky turkey bacon, baby. Touchdown, Broncos. As they get ready to line up for the point after attempt, the explosive capability of this Bronco squad can take them a long way. You had the privilege of watching many of the great games brought to you by Gridiron Productions, LLC, throughout the course of the season. Quick snap, looking, throws, and intercepted on the PAT, and he will take that thing all the way back. One man to catch him, and he gets a good angle? No, he gave it up with the shoulder bump, and the 15-10-5, and 2 points will go on the board for the Cougars. So interesting exchange as the Broncos get 6, but instead of getting the point after attempt, it'll be the Cougars that pick up 2 points. 6-2, your score in this one. It's already off to a crazy start. You're watching Gridiron Productions, LLC.
D to the M to the AXX. Yeah. Whoa, D to the M to the AXX. D-Max, that's how I ball. D-Max, better than y'all. D-Max, like my style. D-Max, driving you wild. D-Max, that's how I ball. D-Max, better than y'all. D-Max, like my style. D-Max, driving you wild. Who to blame? That's what the opposing team is saying when I step in the game. They see I got too much swag in my veins. And every time I move, all they see is that I leave behind flames.
All right, as we return to the action after that D-Max promo. Hot bar, son. And that kick will roll into the end zone, touchback. And the Cougars will send their offense back out onto the football field. And what was very odd in exchanges as the Broncos score on a beautiful passing strike that takes them into the end zone. But in the midst of going for the point after attempt, they're intercepted and it takes it to the distance. So now you got 6 points going on the board for the Broncos, 2 points for the Cougars. And the Cougars will take possession of the football. As their offense makes their way out onto the field. Travis Mobley, number 4, for the Cougars, a big part of this offense. Whether it's running, passing, or receiving, you're definitely going to see him utilized in multiple facets. Head coach Guido Gonzalez getting the most out of this young man's capability and talent. Good snap, Inside handoff on the draw will go minimally if he gets back to the line of scrimmage, as the defense sniffed that out like McGruff the crime dog. It's true. It's true. Never had a chance. The big D tackle getting down, able to get a good push up field, forcing the play to the left side and right into the arms of his teammates. Sometimes you don't have to be the one to get there. You're going to lead them to the pack. 2nd down and 11 for the Cougars as they break the huddle. Again, showing 4 receiver spread with a back in the backfield. Good snap. Again, shows the draw, but rolls out, keeps it under duress. Multiple Broncos bring him down and roar. Serving up a bowl of shutdown soup, and no, it does not taste like chicken. Mr. Mobley goes down for another loss of 6 yards. They'll spot the ball at the 20-yard line now. And this Bronco defense already amped up. Really clicking on all cylinders. Last week ran it up in their final game prior to this, which gave them a whole week to rest coming into the playoffs, bro. And it looked like they took advantage of it and found their focus. One of the team's leading tacklers on defense, number 1, Kenneth Jackson, along with number 3, Malik Wilson, has had a very big year for this team. Big plays on the offensive side of the run game as the pressure forces him up to throw. He'll get rid of it quickly and intercepted yet again. Yes, welcome to the Broncos era. 9-1 is not a fluke. Them boys playing out there, as they will take the football back from the Cougars again. And they'll spot this ball right around the 31-yard line. Defense able to pin them down. And with that ball just outside the red zone at the 30-31, an interesting place for where you got an option to run the ball or pass the ball. Will the Broncos take a shot? Will the Cougars take a shot at him and blitz again? Going man to man, burnt them the last time, and giving them no donut, as they'll go with the power run around the left side. That'll be good for about maybe 4, as he's brought down by number 74, Big Alex Tokes. The Daytona Beach Broncos brought to you proudly by Back Alley Lanes, Backyard Barbecue, Barbecue Chick, Beach Embroidery, Big Kids Toys, Cabinet Wholesale Outlet, Corey's Economy Cars, CrossFit Hypernova, Crunch Fitness, Dave & Buster's for your adult arcade and entertainment pleasures. Dave & Buster's the place to be. You want to have some fun. Daytona Cigar Club, always a great place to stop by and get you a good stogie. Daytona Fun and Rentals, Donut Envy, Full Circle Nutrition, Fish Bar and Grill. That's fish spelled with a Y, because the I is a selfish letter. Jerry Westfall Real Estate, Godfather Pond. Man, you got so many great entities like Little Italy, Madeline's Wine Bar and Grill, Main Street Tattoo. Great establishments like Marco's Pizza, Mitchell's Tinting. Hold up, you can go to the game, have a good time, and get a great deal on your windows tinted. Yeah, I need that 5% limo. Let me stop by Mitchell's Tinting and get hooked up today. in Daytona Beach. Come on, man. Olson Custom Homes. Pros Choice Incorporated. Hey, you got problems with your toilet? Roto-Rooter. They got the hookup, and away goes your troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter, man. You remember the old commercial, man. Stop playing. Sick Indoor Karting. Man. Take Off Nutrition. No, it's not ran by the dude from the Migos. It's called Take Off Nutrition. Man, you want to see your nutrition take off? You've been sitting, I'm going to lose weight. Apologize for the technical difficulties as we come back to today's game here in the first quarter. With your score, Daytona Beach Broncos are up 6-2 on. And we have a player down on the field who will get you the necessary information on who it is and what the injury is. Again, a lot of energy coming into today's playoff game as the 9-1 Broncos, excited, amped, and ready to go, come in to face off against the Florida Cougars at 4-5-1. We say, hey, we came through the back door, but we here to party. And already both teams on the scoreboard, but the game brought to a halt as we have a player down on the field as all hearts and minds migrate in that direction. Let's run a commercial spot. Let's run a commercial and come on back. Give him a chance. Hope everything is well. Train is not attempting to move. We have movement out of the pile. And he is up and walking on his own. Man. Great to see that. Calvin Samuel, number 7. Able to walk back to the Cougar sideline. Without his services, Coach Gonzalez may have his hands full with this Broncos defense. Again, paramedics right here to address it, ready to go, stretch it and all. They came with everything. They even got Capri Suns and lollipops. And as he walked to the sideline, he drops to his knees. Now to go ahead and bring the golf cart over. Initially walked off on his own energy. But he turned to look. Again, the trainer's right there with him the whole step of the way. As hearts and minds, prayers go towards Calvin Samuel. Wish him the best. Great career in front of him. All right, the training staff clears the field. You're watching round one of the playoffs of the Florida Champion Football League. The Daytona Beach Broncos in gray and orange come in to face off against the Florida Cougars. Cougars in white tops, orange bottoms. Don't be surprised at the scoreboard as the Broncos went into the end zone on a passing play that gave them the first 6 points of the game. But in the midst of going for the point after attempt, the pass was intercepted and the player took it 99 yards, which results in the Cougars being awarded 2 points. Hence, your score here in the first quarter, 6-2. The Broncos start their second possession off at the 32-yard line after an interception, and they'll take the snap. Handoff. Tries to get around the right side. He's embraced and brought down for a major loss. Scotty Callaway and this Florida Cougar defense get to the ball carrier quickly. Never had much of a chance to bounce to the outside. He tried it, though. He tried it. As another great play comes in, you're talking about two teams who had two vastly different seasons. As the Broncos come in at 9-1, highest scoring team in Florida Champion Football League. And here you got the Cougars just scrappy, bro. And again, the throw in and out of the hands of his intended receiver under all kinds of pressure. Unable to bring the catch in, surrounded by Cougar defenders. This Broncos offense will deal with long down and distance as they break the huddle. Again, I said it. This team able to put up more than 150 points in a 10-game season. A lot of chemistry already developed. They take the snap, pressure, man, right on his back, breaks free, plants his feet, throws, goes up top, chicken box, and bang in the back of the end zone. Touchdown. As the official right there, best spot in the house. And again, the Broncos feasting in the secondary. Gets behind the defender and makes a great catch. 12-2. Again, I couldn't say it fast enough. This Broncos offense has been very successful and will continue to be so, especially as long as William Stewart back there throwing that pill around like that. Immense confidence, not only in his receiving core, but his offensive line and the rushing attack. This Broncos team has a chance to go a long way, and I know they got the Bulls in their sights. Split from 4 wide to 5. Man in motion, quick snap, looking, rolls to the right. Head keeps his eyes upfield. He will tuck it away and hit out of bounds. Point after attempt will be no good. 12-2, your score. You're watching round one of the playoffs of the Florida Champion Football League as the Daytona Beach Broncos face off against the Florida Cougars. Today's broadcast brought to you by none other than Gridiron Productions, LLC, in conjunction with Voice Sports. Make sure you hit like, love, and share everywhere. The YouTube link. Hit subscribe if you're feeling that Gridiron Productions vibe. There you go. Don't spell it wrong. Make sure you get it right. Yeah, that thing looking good there. You see that? You see that? See that? Yeah, I got to clean that screen off. Looking good. As we get ready to head back to the action on the field, Broncos with the lead are set to do the honors and kick it off to the Cougars. And we got action. Nice kick. Got some momentum as he comes up across the 35 into the 40. Jump cut. Tries to go across from one hash to the next. And he'll run into a host of Bronco defenders, including number 14, a man, Sanquavius. This guy. What can I say about Sanquavius that can't be said about a loaded stat sheet? There's nothing else to write down. This guy has always been active in the defense on all levels, whether it's in the run, in the pass, whether it's man-to-man or zone. Sanquavius is always around, number 14. Very memorable name, but even more memorable is his play style. Very passionate football player. It only takes a couple snaps for you to see that. Down by 10, the Cougars will break the huddle, led by number 4, Tre'Pavious Mobley. A lot of weapons on this Cougar squad. At 4-5-1, very scrappy indeed. Hard for you to say that record is a reflection of what they competently bring to the field. This Cougar squad is worthy to be here, as we'll have a break in the action on the field. Live from Daytona Beach. It's round 1 of the playoffs. You're watching Gridiron Productions, LLC. And we got a new sponsor, D-Max Sports. Let's run that thing. They got a commercial and everything.
D to the M to the AXX. Yeah. Whoa, D to the M to the AXX. D-Max, that's how I ball. D-Max, better than y'all. D-Max, like my style. D-Max, driving you wild. D-Max, that's how I ball. D-Max, better than y'all. D-Max, like my style. D-Max, driving you wild. Who to blame? That's what the opposing team is saying when I step in the game. They see I got too much swag in my veins. And every time I move, all they see is that I leave behind flames. Like D-Max, driving you wild. D-Max.
And the handoff is the Cougars come around the right side. Yeah. Excuse me, man. I'm getting into the beat, man. Better than y'all. That's how I ball. D-Max. I'm sorry. Back to the action. Ball on the 47-yard line as the Cougars test this run defense to the right side and find 7 yards worth of success. Need about 3 more yards to pick up the first on this one. Down 10. The Cougars get their first points off of a coast-to-coast interception return during the point-after attempt. And again, the defense able to get to the ball carrier quickly. No one was fooled by that. Say, take that Tecmo Bowl stuff back to the Nintendo. Conversion on the play and trying to find somewhere to run. Shedrick Russell Jr. He will find that front 7 of the Broncos attentive, very attentive to his desires to move the chain. They are highly attentive. Ball on the 48-yard line. No lack of size up front for this offensive line of the Cougars. Can they get the push needed to pick up this first down? And again, Mobley on the hop, trying to make something out of nothing. And he'll get hit around the 48. DB came up from the secondary, able to get to his legs. And a rich spot will give the Cougars a first down with the ball on the 49. Very rich spot. Drop back, hand off. He'll go with the sweep around the right side. .420 remaining in the first quarter. A little long on the period as we had a player down. Just gave you a chance to go ahead and get all your refreshments together and get situated. Make sure you put this up on the big screen. Enjoy the digital quality and the full range. Brought to you by Gridiron Productions. Cougars take the snap. Again, they'll go with the handoff around the left side. And again, the defense is, no, not today. Not on my side. And emphatic about it. No, sir. No, sir. Your offer has been rejected. And that will send the Cougars offense back to the huddle, regroup, and think that thing through. Because that wasn't it, bro. Ball on the 44-yard line as they quietly make their way down the field. Again, another attribute of this offensive line is the initial push. Now, whether the running back or the quarterback is able to break that line of scrimmage and get upfield comfortably is a whole nother conversation that the Broncos continue to put a pressure on. Send out 3. Max protection in the backfield with 2 backs. Oh, that's a false start. I ain't no snitch, but it was him right there. Look, him right there. Yeah, you see him? Look, he pointing there. No, don't point. It was him. It was him. For real. No, I ain't say no name or number, but you know it was him. Yeah, him right there. Yeah. I'll let his conviction show him out. As the official walks it off, bring him back to the 49-yard line. Yeah, him right there. He called that. Here in the waning moments of the first quarter. No, it seems a little long. Again, 2 quick touchdown strikes from the Broncos and an injury that drew major concern. Elongated this first quarter as the Cougars come out showing 3 receivers, 2 backs in the backfield with them. Mobley takes the snap, got some time, rolls to his left, passes the football, looks, throws under duress, almost intercepted. Fisher will blow the play dead. Again, great pressure from the outside. The Broncos have been very successful at containing and trying to limit the ability of teams to lengthen plays. The Cougars very good at it, whether it's Mobley getting it done or Mobley looking to find Calvin Samuel, who went out injured a little earlier. Bernard Pendleton, a big part of this defense. Number 13, you have to watch out for him. Had a great game in the last meeting. We expect to see him do the same here. The Cougars will break the huddle. again having their fair shares of issues. The referee will spot the ball at the 45-yard line as they trickle out 4 wide. Good snap. Flushed out again on the hop. Looking downfield. He's up across the 40. Hurdles him, man. Oh! Went to hurdle him. He's a Skywalker, baby. Tre'Pavious Mobley went to hurdle him. Go out of bounds at the 37.
Okay. I couldn't see that right away.
Well, it's real easy to push that triangle button on PlayStation. You do that in real life. You're definitely going to get hit. Ball spot on the 36-yard line. After that run, Mobley showing his mobility as the Cougars continue to matriculate down the field. This Broncos defense has been on the field for a minute and looked to take the aggressive approach to get off of it. And they'll trail the box, crimps from the outside, and able to get to the ball carrier. That's that penetration we talk about. That's that defensive energy and zeal that continues to come your way. Xerafon only another big part of that. That defense just makes plays. It's not flashy. It's not for discussion. As the first quarter comes to a close, your Daytona Beach Broncos up 12-2 on the Florida Cougars. Coach Derek Clark and Coach Guido Gonzalez continue to match off in this round 1 playoff matchup. We want to acknowledge our proud sponsors to help bring this great game to you via Gridiron Productions, LLC. Jerry Westfall Real Estate. Godfather Pawn. That's right. You want to get a couple dollars, you come bring it down here. Come see the Godfather. We hook you up. Greater Grace Chapel. You need Greater Grace? No other place you need to go than Greater Grace Chapel. Hard Rock Cafe. You looking for a good time in Daytona Beach? Hard Rock Cafe, the place to go. Insane Cycles. They're not just crazy. These bikes are insane. Son, get right. Iron Axe. K-Style Cravings. Korean cuisine like you've never seen. Come through, find out more. Larson Construction and Let's Go Vacations and Event Planning. You got desires to get on a plane and go somewhere, have a good time? Hey, Let's Go can help you get there. Let's Go Vacations and Event Planning. Ball on the 39-yard line as we start the second quarter. Cougars down 10. This the first time on the Broncos side of the 50. Delay handoff, gets it round. A lot of toe tapping will bring them down to 41. Expecting to see him make a more definitive decision as the array of Bronco players will continue to come after you. Again, getting off to a quick start. The Broncos able to strike through the air on 2 touchdown catches. The wide receiving corps done their job today and got them off to a good start. This defense has its hands full now, trying to get this Cougar offense off the field. They snap it. Flushed out, plants his feet, throws, has a man, and it will fall incomplete. Excellent coverage by the Broncos, having one man over the top and one underneath. That pass would have had to have been perfect. As the targeted receiver makes his way back to the huddle, they'll talk about it casually and come back to that within the playbook. Well-designed play, just unable to do it comfortably. Sometimes the biggest adjustment in the second half isn't changing or reinventing the wheel. It's just doing what you do better than what you set out in the first quarter. Sometimes you get off to a slow start. This Cougar team showing you its resilience with the ball on the 41-yard line. They're definitely trying to make something happen. Oh, and a busted snap. Halfback will scoop it up. Ball still loose. Scooped up by the Broncos. And hits a foot race. You're not going to win. 10-5 touchdown. Wow. They say when it rains, it pours.
Flag.
Wow.
I can't hear you.
Kimberly Mack takes it into the end zone. But a penalty on the play may bring it back.
I don't see what the flag is.
Late whistle. Whitecap is being approached. This touchdown may come back. Currently reading 18-2 on the scoreboard. Let's get the rundown as the Whitecap makes his way over to the Cougar sideline. Okay, so as they line up for the point after attempt, the touchdown will indeed be good.
Yeah, it was on Broncos, so I have no idea. I've never seen that one before.
So interested in knowing what the call was. At this point, it's irrelevant as they'll line up on the 7-yard line going for the point after attempt.
Oh, it counted though. 18.
Sending a man in motion. Nice overload. Walks up. Trickery. Quick snap. He goes to the direct snap around the left side. He'll fight his way down inside the 5, and the point after attempt is good. So a little bit of acting. My man picks up a Grammy. Picks up a Grammy, selling them on the snap. And the direct snap takes him into the end zone. 20-2. Broncos cooking on all cylinders right now as they get ready to send their special team unit out onto the field. Up by 18 here early in the second quarter of action. Again, this is the first round of the playoffs. The Broncos came into this at 9-1. The Cougars came in at 4-5-1. Fought hard and scrapped their way in to the back door to run into the highest scoring team in the Florida Champion Football League. Coach Clark and this coaching staff got these boys ready to go as they get ready to kick it off now.
There was a setting in profile or something they could change that with, but I don't know. So on Twitch there's a button you can tell us not to.
And he'll get ready to do the honors. Oh, boom, shagalaga.
You won't know unless you recreate it, right?
That thing fielded at the 6-yard line. Comes upfield, good jump cut. Again, loses the defender, cuts back across the 25. up to about the 27 before he stood up, and he'll go down at the 29. A nice return. A nice return. And the Cougars will send their offense back out onto the football field. Looking at an 18-point deficit. It took a quarter and a half to get the lead. May take a quarter and a half to get it back. The work got to be done. Cougar players make their way out onto the field. Once again, if you're not aware, the Daytona Beach Broncos, again, coming to today's game with a 9-1 regular season record. They're in gray with the orange pots on defense currently, as the Florida Cougars in white tops, orange pants take the snap, handoff, delayed draw will get maybe one. Warren Roberts Jr. on the carry, limited to maybe one at best. Very rich spot on the interior. Taking their time, the Cougars break the huddle. Interesting to see what philosophy Coach Gonzalez will take here in the second quarter. When you're down 18, do you just open up the playbook and just go reckless, or do you take your time? And another interception, and that's a pick six. Touch a neighbor, tell them you love them. Touchdown, Broncos, bruh. What? He didn't make it. But that's the rule of football. That's the rule of football. Don't do anything great if you can't handle the celebration. It is a football. It's a football rule. Look it up. Look it up. Ask Google. So again, the Broncos strike 26-2. Wow. Leaving no doubt as to how they got that 9-1 record. They continue to rock on as always. Showing 4 receiver spread. Shifting up to make it 5. Very mobile quarterback with a man in motion. Crunches in, looks, plants his feet, throws, and incomplete. 26-2 to score. Daytona Beach Broncos here in the first round of the playoffs, and they already got a 24-point lead here early in the second quarter. Great playoff action continuing to come your way. Brought to you by none other than Gridiron Productions, LLC, in conjunction with Voice Sports. You're in the right place for Florida Champion Football League action. As you continue to enjoy the game day presentation, we want to make sure that our sponsors get that love across the nation. Carolina Seafood. Oh, my goodness. Y'all about to get me in trouble looking at these commercials. Man, just play one of them. Play Whistle Dead. Coaches for the Cougars. Additional conversations with the officials.
I don't know. They haven't done a signal or just a timeout. That's it.
Interesting fact. I'll have to take a look into the league rules. With this being a playoff game, would there be a running clock if they were to be egregious? That would be funny.
So safety instead then?
Said to kick things off
I get down to 10 minutes.
and fielded at about the 11-yard line. Looks for some room around the right side. He'll work his way up across the 20 and stood up at the 22 and brought down. Again, the momentum of this Broncos team continuing to push and push forward efficiently. The Cougars will send their offense back out onto the football field after throwing a pick six on the last series. Like, why you always gotta bring up old stuff? Because it just happened, did it?
Is there a mic option? Input mic area? We should get that so we can talk to them we'll unplug it when we start, but at the beginning we can talk to them.
Ball on the 22-yard line.
The Turtle Beach headphones that I have. Yeah. That way we can just say something to them before we go live. We're not like, screaming.
And an official break into action as both teams make their way to the sidelines for additional instruction. The officiating crew will meet up at the 22-yard line. 26 points here in the first half. Broncos on fire, rocking and rolling early.
It was the last time too, wasn't it? Last time they even do it. Oh yeah.
All right. Just outside of 12-14 remaining before halftime. A lot of football left for this Cougars team to turn it around. Broncos defense show pressure. They'll try and run it around the left side. He leaves his feet, and that was a bad idea. Cookies and cream. Rich. Number 2. Warren Roberts having his fair share of troubles getting anything established on the ground. The pursuit angles, just the Broncos have been able to attack from the outside relentlessly and get to the ball carrier quickly, trying to spread things out a little bit. They'll extend out past the hash marks. Quick snap. Pressure up the middle. Throws. The pass will fall incomplete. Excellent coverage by the secondary. Again, the intended receiver had a defender underneath and over the top. $26-2. You see the score and you would think, wow, the offense clicking like that? Bruh, the defense has been on fire. Just coming off of a pick six. Looking to try and take all of the steam out of this Cougar squad before halftime as they set up in the I formation.
It will.
Good hard snap count. They'll go with the count around the right side, and he'll get pushed to the edge, and he'll get stood up at the 27-yard line. A pickup of maybe 6 on the carry. That'll make it about 4th down and 5. So this Cougar offense got a decision to make. Will they go for it? Down 24 points. You're on your 27-yard line. Major time left in the second quarter. And, of course, oh, wow, they go to punt it, and it's botched. Quick kick, though. Able to get it away, and it's fielded at the 40. He got some blocking in front of him. Across the 40, the 35 to 30, the 20 to 25, the 10 to 5. One man to beat and into the end zone. Goes the Broncos. And multiple whistles would lead you to believe it's a flag somewhere. But yet, the quick strike capability of the Broncos is phenomenal. But we got multiple flags as we got one back here on the 35 and one on the 37, along with coaches on the field. So as the play got turned around, I guarantee you somebody got turned around. And again, training staff on point right here on the field to get to the down player quickly. Here in the waning moments of the second quarter, you're watching round 1 of the playoffs. Florida Champion Football League. Look at the quality, man.
D to the M to the AXX. Yeah. Whoa, D to the M to the AXX. D-Max, that's how I ball. D-Max, better than y'all. D-Max, like my style. D-Max, driving you wild. D-Max, that's how I ball. D-Max, better than y'all. D-Max, like my style. D-Max, driving you wild. Who to blame? That's what the opposing team is saying when I step in the game. They see I got too much swag in my veins. And every time I move, all they see is that I leave behind flames.
You know what? I need to talk to Kevin, man. We on? Oh, yeah, we on. Yeah, Kevin, we need to go buy Korean. We need to go buy K-Style Cravings, man. All these great sponsors, man. We should just stop by and see what they got. Hook up with them. I bet the barbecue chicken cook. If I had somebody else send me another inbox about Carolina seafood, bro. If you're in Daytona Beach, please don't just listen to the names and acknowledgments we give with the sponsors. Stop by these great venues, experience what they bring, not only to the culture, but the environment, as well as the community. Great people doing great things. So proud of all of the sponsors of the Daytona Beach Broncos, in conjunction with Gridiron Productions, LLC, your official broadcast company for Florida Champion Football League. Let's get back to the action. See if things pick back up. 26-6, your score in this one, as the Daytona Beach Broncos were just outside of 10 minutes remaining in the game. And the second injury of the day for halt action, as the player is still being attended to. We'll be back with more in just a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to get back to the action here in the second quarter. Boy, I like the way that thing looks up there, like the bat signal in Gotham City. Both teams on the sidelines. Check my notes. Just outside of 10 minutes remaining in the second quarter, as the Cougars make their way back out onto the field.
$32-2. Yeah. I said it earlier. I said pick 6.
As we move back, 26-2, the score in this one as the Cougars break the huddle. And we have the score corrected finally up to 32. 32-2. 30-point lead here for the Broncos. Good pressure. And the quarterback opts to just fall forward. Almost an instinctual bootleg. Mike Larry in at the signal caller position. Interchangeable pieces here available for the Cougars. Started off the last drive in I form, come out in this one in pro form. Take the snap, drops back, got time, rolls to his left, looks, throws, and incomplete. Boy, all over him. All over him like a blanket at nap time. Pass will fall incomplete, and the Cougars will go back to the huddle to talk about it again. You ever went night-night? Cougars down 30 points. And still got a whole half of football left to play. Interesting perspective if you're a player. Is your cup half empty or is your cup half full? Is this game over or do you have time to come back?
Oh, you meant do it. Yeah, of course. Sorry.
Interesting to see what perspective they'll play under. I think they came to fight.
That I realized, wait a minute.
When you have a 4-5-1 record and you still make the playoffs, you got every reason to keep fighting. They come to the line of scrimmage out of the pro form.
Yeah.
Takes the snap, pressure from the outside, dumps it in the flats, incomplete.
That's a live ball.
And that looked like it was I would not say that was a forward pass, so that would make the football live. But the player's whistle dead. Never dispute with what the Whitecaps say, but from this camera angle, that looked like I'll be quiet. Cougars break the huddle. Low snap. And unable to get it off is the punter. And the Broncos will take over with great field position on that botched exchange between the center and the kicker. Special teams, a big issue. As multiple plays have gone wrong for the Cougars in the special teams aspect.
Gonna re-encode it, I guess. Yeah, something.
Cougars take over possession on the 35-yard line. Good snap. Handoff. Changes direction. Runs backwards. And the Cougars defense is all over them. A massive loss on the play for the Broncos. Second down in Disney World for the Broncos now. Good snap. Handoff around the right side, won't go far. Rasheed Blanche on the tackle. You go back and watch some of the games on the live stream, and certain players just play them ways. They just play themselves into your heart, man. They do a great job. At playing with passion. Good snap. And the handoff on the left side is shut down quickly Nice play by number 54,
I would call him and be like, hey, I'm paying for this. Again,
Andrew Capehart.
but still, yeah.
And that'll add on to the problems the Broncos had with this drive.
I'll be nice and show him the down markers. I'll be nice and show him the down markers.
To pick this up, they'll need 20 plus, no bueno. But the way this offense has been hitting, hard to doubt if they can pick it up. 3 receivers spread, 2 backs in the backfield. Good snap, got time, protection, rolls to the right, dumps it in the flat, has a man, and coming up and making the tackle, Akimbe Ishmar for the Cougars, able to get to him. Right there as the halfback caught the ball, never gave him a chance to get his gears going. They'll spot the ball at the 38-yard line.
Honestly, if you were to give me a stand, I could do it while I'm doing this. I would just put a face on it. All you gotta do is change who has it and score, right?
Again, an explosive start to today's game for the Broncos. Jumped out to an early touchdown. Interception on the point after attempt made it 6-2. Broncos get possession, come back down the field, score 12-2. Get an interception, come down the field, they score again. Threw a pick 6 on their last series, 32-2. That quick in the first half. And looking for somewhere to go. And he'll get hit at the 47. Quarterback has dropped back. Had enough time to pat the ball. Down, set, and run for your life. Mike Larry with no time in the backfield. Already down 30 here in the first round of the playoffs. Broncos players still dialed into this game. They know it took a half to get this lead, and they could take a half to lose it. Another great attribute of good teams is seeing them close out. Can they close this out with some class? 3 receiver spread. Because the Cougars are going to continue to test their chin. Press coverage. And he'll go up top, and the pass is thrown out of the reach of his intended receiver and well out of bounds, to say the least. For all of you watching and enjoying yourself, please hit the subscribe button here at Gridiron Productions LLC. Share it around on all social media platforms. Hit like, love, and share everywhere. Help your Daytona Beach Broncos go viral. Great football is D. 3 receivers, dual backs in the backfield for the Cougars. Down 30, takes the snap, looking, pressure. He gets away from contact and throws off his back foot, and a catch made. And will take it up to the 35-yard line. And the official indeed was spotted at the 34, so a great pitch and catch. They discussed the spot of the football.
Correct.
This officiating crew has been very efficient all season long. And indeed, more than enough to move the chains as we wait for the chain crew to shift down. The Cougars are on the hunt. Can they get deep enough into Broncos territory and capitalize on this field position? They've been able to get some great spots here and there.
14?
Yeah, I thought it was 26.
Timeout.
Thank you. Yeah. As I did the score summary, yeah, 32 was a little rich. Outstanding job by technical staff. My man Kevin Hawthorne on top of everything. Big cave, little cave. Football will be spotted at the 20-yard line after we got that situated. So 26-2. That's right. The official score. If you're watching at home, chime in the comments box. Let us know you're watching. Let us know you're there. Do you think the Broncos got this game in the bag? Do you think the Cougars can come back? Let's see your comments in the comments box. Tell us what you think. If you're a diehard Broncos fan and this game is in the bag, we want to know who you are and how you feel. If you're a Cougars fan and this game is far from over and y'all can come back and win it, we want to hear that energy. Go on, type something in the comments box. Go fully interactive. Gridiron Productions in the place to be. Ball on the 19-yard line.
303, 302, 301, 3. It just started.
Good snap. Rolls out. Oh, it hit quickly. Nowhere to run to, baby. This defense is just smothering everything. They're not going around the outside edges. The Broncos are prepared to feast. The Cougars don't just have to close that real estate down and get in the end zone. You have to deal with that confidence that comes from them Bronco players that know they got a 26-point lead. They can cut up a little bit. Got to find a way to take that momentum back. Interesting as the Cougars break the huddle. Number one receiver already on the outskirts, ready to go. And that will lead to a timeout here in the second quarter. You're watching the first round of the playoffs of the Florida Champion Football League. Daytona Beach Broncos are up 26-2 on the Florida Cougars. You're watching Gridiron Productions in conjunction with Voice Sports. Like, love, and share everywhere. Let's cut to a commercial.
D to the M to the AXX. Yeah. Whoa, D to the M to the AXX. D-Max, that's how I ball. D-Max, better than y'all. D-Max, like my style. D-Max, driving you wild. D-Max, that's how I ball. D-Max, better than y'all. D-Max, like my style. D-Max, driving you wild. Who to blame? That's what the opposing team is saying when I step in the game.
Ball on the 16-yard line. Flag on the 17. The officials will pick it up. And it will go against the Broncos. And they will walk it down to the 10-yard line. So the Cougars, in their best position offensively, 10 yards away from pay dirt. Can they get in the end zone is the question.
Well, if we have internet, it's not gonna matter.
Looking to set up shop.
What do you mean? You mean the camera card?
Playing off is the Broncos. Got time looking, throws. High points his tight end in the seam and unable to make the catch as it will fall out of bounds, incomplete. Again, hard not to get a Broncos secondary a lot of credit, as every pass you see thrown to a Cougar offensive player, they're virtually surrounded, not giving big windows for the quarterback to pass through is another reason why these teams continue to get these interceptions and pick sixes. Kudos to the Broncos secondary for this spacing. As the Cougars send in their next play offensively. Ball on the 10-yard line, the best field position they've had all day. Interesting to see if they can capitalize on it. Takes a snap, pressure, flushed out of the pocket, and flushed back into the pocket where it collapses on them. No need to second guess that one. Malik Wilson, number 3, in on the stop with that one. If Malik was back there, it wouldn't be too hard to spot Kenneth Jackson as well. If you see number 3, you usually see number 1 right around that same area. So another tackle for a loss will back them up to the 17-yard line because they lost 7 yards in 2 plays.
Scoreboard saying it does too.
Snap, pressure, flush. Throws it, and yet another interception, and up the sideline, and no one's going to catch him. He's to the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touch a neighbor, tell him you love him. How you doing, mama? Touchdown. My goodness. Is there a flag on the play? The celebration continues. The celebration continues on the Broncos sideline. Look like we got a flag back near the 23-yard line.
Either way, time's up. So.
But a 70-yard pick 6 return possibly could be negated right here if there's a call back near the point of exchange. The officials come together and they start to converse. If that touchdown stands, that's your 32 with a bullet. Very impressive outing. If you come into the first round of the playoffs and can drop 30 points in the first half alone, you're having a good night. The officials will talk it through. Let's see what the call is. The official comes over to talk to Coach Clark. And let's get the official report.
Blocks are Lingo.
It will be Broncos ball as they threw the football back in, so the touchdown will not stand. But I believe the Broncos will take possession of the football.
Broncos, again, was your second play? Your second play. Yeah, but it doesn't count.
So they'll take possession of the football
Yeah.
at the spot of the foul.
Time down, even though it's their flag. Kind of weird.
So that'll give them possession of the football on the 11-yard line.
That's why it's like confusing.
And send the
the
Cougars defense back out onto the football field. Again, even still, with the Broncos this deep in their own territory, the Cougars have been able to muster a lot of pressure earlier in the game. If they can revisit some of that intensity, well, the chances of a big play happening in your favor could go your way. You're very close to your end zone.
That's what I'm saying.
Some players, they freeze up a little bit when they know they're back against the wall. I'm pretty sure this one will just be a simple kneel out as the Broncos get in a clock run formation. Indeed, that'll do it and send them to halftime. All right. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Another kick return call back, and that will send us to halftime with your score 26-6. You're watching the first round of the playoffs, the Florida Champion Football League, brought to you by Gridiron Productions, LLC, in conjunction with Voice Sports. We'll be back in just a few moments. Enjoy halftime.
D to the M to the AXX. Yeah. Whoa, D to the M to the AXX. D-Max, that's how I ball. D-Max, better than y'all. D-Max, like my style. D-Max, driving you wild. D-Max, that's how I ball. D-Max, better than y'all. D-Max, like my style. D-Max, driving you wild. Who to blame? That's what the opposing team is saying when I step in the game. They see I got too much swag in my veins. And every time I move, all they see is that I leave behind flames.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to get you started for the second half of this playoff action, the Daytona Beach Broncos come into today's playoff matchup with a 9-1 record, and they have not looked back as they have been extremely successful against the Florida Cougars, who fought to get into the playoffs with a 4-5-1 record, having their fair share issues here in the first half as the Broncos have been effective at getting it done through the air far more than they have on the ground in prior weeks. This offense clicking on all cylinders. Then you add to it multiple pick sixes within the defense. This team is peaked in prime to make some moves. With 20 minutes left in the second half, the Cougars have a lot of opportunity here to save face, turn things around, and maybe chop into this lead. It took a half for the Broncos to get it. It'll take a half to get it back. Can they get it done? We'll see if this Cougar team has it inside of them to get it done as a special team units make their way out onto the field here in the second half. Again, congratulations to the newest sponsor added to the Daytona Beach Broncos and D-Max Sports. An abundance of great sponsors support this unit. And Gridiron Productions as well. As both teams make their way out onto the field, it will be the Cougars kicking the ball off to the Daytona Beach Broncos. Sound check. And a nice kick. Goes rolling down and fielded near the 21 and coming across the hash marks looking for some space up the sideline, cuts back, still running, got some room, goes backwards 7 yards and will go down near the 31. Bernard Pendleton, along with an array of Cougar players, bring them down here in the special teams as you start the third quarter of action. This Daytona Beach Broncos squad in gray and orange trim come out here to start the second half, already nursing a 24-point lead, 26-2. Everything that could go right in the first half did. The only stat that the Broncos did not dominate was time of possession and rushing yards. Everything else has been all Broncos. So let's see if in the second half they slow the pace down and go to a more conventional running game, or do they keep the pedal to the metal? We'll find out. Coach Clark has an incredible blend. Him and his offensive and defensive coordinators, they work tirelessly at putting together this team, showing 5 receiver spread. He'll take the snap here in the third quarter, plenty of time. Rolls out to his left, looks downfield, throws, hits a man, got some space. He's up across the 45 and out of bounds near the 50. Nice reception on the play. And we have a flag. Wow.
tapping into the network might slow that one down, but fortunately for you, they make these.
On a nice play where the quarterback was able to show off his mobility and keep his eyes downfield, complete a pass, and run the midfield, a holding penalty will take them back to the 11-yard line.
Multiple touches in a second. Like a bug.
This is a prime opportunity for that Cougar defense. If they're going to do anything, it'd be best they make their move now. Creeping up, drops back and goes around the left side in a nice rambling run. Still just churning the legs. Takes it up to the 25-yard line. When your running game can give you 8-9 yards like that, cause for concern. Because now this secondary don't know if they should go into their back pedal or if they should cheat up onto the line of scrimmage. Showing 4 receivers.
Better numbers now than it was earlier already. Better numbers now already.
Good snap direct. And a botched exchange, and the Cougars look like they came up with the football. They'll rumble down to the 14-yard line. And a big play for the Cougars will give them possession of the football. Come on now. That's what I'm talking about. Hard work pays off. Andy Osaguida able to get to the football for the Cougars. Osaguida continuing to be a factor on this Cougar squad. Gives them the big play they need defensively to put the ball back in the offense's hand inside the 20-yard line. So now, Coach Gonzalez gets to go dig into his playbook and figure out if they can pick up this 15 yards and get the ball back defensively. It has to be the mindset if you're the Cougars. There's not many opportunities where you're going to get the football inside the 20-yard line in this scenario. Time is on your side. You still got a whole fourth quarter to play. A touchdown here will be a good building block to trying to turn this thing around. Again, the Cougars came into the playoffs with a 4-5-1 record. If that doesn't scream scrappy, these guys have been committed to putting up a fight and making it in. This is their chance right here. And down 24 points to one of the hottest teams in the league. This is where you show up or you show out.
That's so dumb. We're back, by the way. Huh? Yep, okay. So that whole time. What? I can't see that far. That's so dumb. So how long have we been doing this and no one here is going to tell us tape? Makes me want to plug it in. Nice injury, you probably could if you wanted to. No, I don't want to. Oh, yeah. We could do a 6,000 kilobyte per second stream then. Yeah. And have, like, still a tenth of it being used. Well, at least we found it. It's not, no. After all this time, that's not the answer we should be looking for. See, it's wrong going right now. I'm out. So now I'm not going to worry about the nobody. Yeah, no. The power just went out. Wayne. Oh, crap. Wait, you lost Lane. Want to plug in? Oh, I still have it working. Oh, no, I don't have it. Oh, it's delayed. You can go back, though. We should be able to at least. He's trying to come back online. Sucks, dude. I guess there is the one negative thing about being remote. Yeah. Granted, if we had an up system, it probably wouldn't matter. So when we get done here, do you want to plug that in quickly and test the stream? With people with us on... I know. We can do that. Yeah, we're good. Fumble. No. That was so I'm not going to stand here and actively walk it. Yeah. We're good. We're good. Back in the crate by accident or something? Good. Yeah. No, that's fine. Man. That flame was fire, man. I don't know, man. Can't figure out. Touchdown! Huh? What game are you watching? My wife being I don't think I've ever heard somebody scream touchdown. How can I get it? He's got to connect on his phone or something. Yeah, will that link work? Yeah. Should. Worst case, send another one. Interception. Question mark. Exclamation point, smiley face. Broncos ball, by the way. fair, when we asked, hey, is there a better internet here, they should have said, have you tried the yellow cables?
So for us to do anything, we would have to find a spot, stop it, duplicate it, and restart it. In order to get him a new link, we would have to.
Oh, correct, yeah. Well, if he's joining from his phone, wouldn't it be a different IP then? Yeah.
He could probably go on the phone.
If they, I mean, I don't know what happened to the power, but if it's not coming back off for a while, then they're not going to do anything.
Well, it's just, the internet's not on. Unless he's using his laptop and leaves his phone on the hotspot.
I'm not saying it's not going to work, by all means. I'm just saying it's, you know,
I think it could be done.
unless you've exhausted every other avenue.
Well, the guy that I told you I watched his videos still uses the television.
I never said they were.
Just for the internet.
Wait, Teradata, like the one in there?
Or what we started.
The one in that box right there.
No, yeah. He still uses that just for the internet.
Huh.
Because it does bonding. It'll do cellular, LAN, USB. Turning HDMI 2 up if we get him back. Back up. Too quiet.
Jeez. Well, not caught that. I know. Oh, yeah. It's not even about baffling at this point. That's like, I mean, I understand the extra points on the case. That's how it is. Oh, it didn't? No, it's just moving. It's not that, it's just the whatever's in that room making sound. Oh, okay, flag on the offense. The quarterback went past 3 defensive players and none of them wanted to tackle him. I guess because they saw the flag and they just let him go. The guy was just like breaking ankles and everybody's like, huh? Including me?
Green ball.
Broncos ball.
We were just like, we'll do it next time. Actually, makes me think. I love it. When you first read it, you thought that couldn't keep going out.
Which makes more sense than, you know, if moving between 4s, 3 and 3 repeated.
Really picking you up.
Oh, yeah. Correct. Yeah, correct. Nice. Should I fill in for one? With 8 minutes left in the third quarter, Broncos leading 26-2. The stream brought to you by on Production. They can hear you. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. I know. I don't think it's bad. It's still be smooth as playing, but he's not in there yet, no. There's a player name, like, call him out. Oh, player name. Who's that? Come down there and grab the rock. Why'd you miss that play? I was reading. Got number 2 and 6 mixed up. Timeout. Broncos. He usually does. I really don't like that having sound. I mean, you up all of a sudden and look like you. I can't help it.
Two points, time for the Broncos, 2 points. Your coach, Broncos number 26. Broncos touchdown.
Touchscreen. Right? He says he's out. The police are there. Getting anything. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. This is Gridiron Productions, standing next to the camera here. Wayne the Voice Matthews, bless his heart. Something happened at his house, his home office. We do remote him in from Maryland. We thank him for tuning in and narrating for us and doing all the commentary. He reports there was an accident at his house and their entire neighborhood lost power. As far as the clock running, we're not sure. We're just doing what the venue clock is doing. There is an injury on the field. We are aware that the clock is running, so we're just mirroring their clock. Hopefully Wayne and his family, everything's okay. We'll continue here with the broadcast if the game goes on. Or we'll see what happens, what unfolds, and move on from there. Again, appreciate you all for tuning in. On behalf of the Daytona Beach Broncos, Gridiron Productions, and Voice Sports, more to come. Stay tuned.
Well, it's on the screen so it'll show the time. So I gotta touch it to stop it. And so I did that until it's done. 8.5 minutes. Presuming they don't clock back up. They do it in 12 minutes. It's gotta be. Yeah. Oh, there they just forgot. It's just as likely. I don't see that.
He's got a radio. I don't know. He's got a radio. That'd be tough. I guess you can figure out the stop button does sometimes.
They want to do.
You know how honorable he is, though. It's like rare to find.
He helped out in the tackle, and when he stopped, he went. Well, TC in there, it's not going to make a lick of difference. You know what? TC in there, it's not going to make a lick of difference. They can say that all at once. All proof. Oh, we need I want that for the Army. Start talking like you're an announcer. 2-12. I was thinking more like announcing what's going on, not just screaming, yay. Hearing you again come through the feed. Give me a feed. I really hope they can attack Team Nelson. Can you hear him up the rest of the game? You missed Wayne. And that was slicker than Tana STP. Coach Elijah loved one. I don't actually hear what he says right now, so I don't know. Do the one out like little laundry on the field. Oh my gosh. I guess we're behind, so if I have to stop it. Will they still do a 2-minute warning? Yeah, we'll stop. 2 minutes. Where's all the Broncos fans in the comments? Let me see ya. Don't spend $5. One item from there is like 9. Good. Thanks, Wayne. You said it's $25. So now we're going next. Dunk. These are so energetic today. They're like springs bouncing around. I think he was just playing them. Broncos, number 11. I don't have a roster. What's number 11's name? Crafty Miss Lee. You're a metric announcer. Speaking live. I make that match like 7 seconds. How far away is it? 215, 214, 213. I think if they don't call it 2 minutes, then
I'm waiting to see if they do it. I'm waiting to see if they do a 2-minute one. Will they do a 2-minute and reset it even after the play?
I don't know. If they are, it's going to be right now.
Yep. 2-minute warning.
Probably the fastest fourth quarter I've seen in a while.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning. In the fourth quarter, Broncos lead 40, Cougars 2. Here we go.
Oh, they're still going. There's a minute 45 left, Ed.
They just let it roll? I thought
They did, and then they just said, nah.
they stopped it as they roll?
I guess.
If it gives me a chance to if something goes wrong.
Yeah, until you're it's not very complaints. Wait a minute. Do you hear the music?
94. Turner's checking in. Let's go, baby. Did 10 seconds. Okay. It'll be within seconds.
Yeah.
Well, we're still 5 on.
There's a one button.
Yeah. I said it gives me a chance to.
Last play after this.
Take him with you.
Free add-on. Five, 4, 3. Yeah, they're calling it.
Give it up for your round 1 Florida Champions Football League. Champions 40-2 over the Cougars. On to round 2. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back at it.
Yeah, D to the M to the AXX. Yeah, Whoa, D to the M to the AXX. D-Max, D-Max, that's how I ball. D-Max, D-Max, better than y'all. D-Max, D-Max, like my style. D-Max, D-Max, driving you wild. D-Max, D-Max, that's how I ball. D-Max, D-Max, better than y'all. D-Max, D-Max, like my style. D-Max, D-Max, driving you wild. Who to blame, who to blame? That's what the opposing team is saying when I step in the game. They see I got too much swag in my veins. And every time I move, all they see is that I leave behind flames.